Wait, so are we supposed to answer based on what we think the audience would say, or based on what we believe?
What we believe.
What we believe.
What we believe, and then if we agree with the audience, we get a point.
So it's really a test of whose opinions are wrong.
Exactly. In most cases, opinions are just opinions. They're not right or wrong, but we decided we could change that.
Not today.
Not today. We have data.
And ducks.
Hey, brother! And welcome everyone to another edition of sorting Marvel characters into Hogwarts houses.
Yes. Today we're doing things a little bit differently than in the past. You can see that before us, we have conveniently themed mugs that are similar to each of the Hogwarts houses.
Right.
And we have ducks.
Ducks, because ducks, of course, go in cups. So what's gonna happen is Ethan, who is sitting behind the camera, he's waving, but you can't tell,
brother,
is gonna give us a character from the Marvel Universe. And then we have already asked our quizmasters over on Patreon to vote on where they think said characters go at Hogwarts. So if we agree with the results of the polls, we will get a point. But if we vote for something else, we will be incorrect.
Ugh.
Really, it's just a matter of whose opinions are correct based on large voting.
Whose opinions are more correcter?
Yes, but we're not voting based on what we think the audience voted for. We're going for what we think. You can only go for what you believe is the correct one.
I am
honor system.
Okay. I don't trust you.
You don't trust me?
Let's do it. Guys, before we dive on in, you may notice that we are wearing our SCB Pride t-shirts, which by popular demand are now available over at SuperCarlinBrothers.store.
Yes, and 100% of the proceeds that come from the shirts will go to two different Pride-related causes. One is It Gets Better, and one is a Pride organization right here in our hometown of Roanoke, Virginia. So head on over to SuperCarlinBrothers.store to get yours today.
Link in the description down below. Guys, before we begin, if you would like to play along with us, we actually have a link to all of the characters who we're going to be sorting today, where you can go through, submit your answers, and see whether or not you agree with the rest of the Patreon quizmasters. And
right.
if you want to become a quizmaster, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers and choose the quizmaster tier.
Yeah, so I'll be very interested to see if after the video goes up, if any of the houses change, because maybe we swayed some people, or because maybe our pool of quizmasters wasn't as large as the greater audience.
Oh, that would be so interesting.
You know?
Yeah, like whether or not like everybody comes in and it's like, because I think Jordan hasn't told me anything about it, but I know that she had told me that she hasn't told me any answers, but I think she has said that some of the houses are very close. So it could be an argument to be made there.
Maybe we have like a heavy Ravenclaw leaning quizmaster crowd, but the greater public would say like, no, I think that character was closer over here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out.
Guess we'll find out.
Do you want your glasses or?
Oh my gosh! Yes. I almost failed, guys. Good reminder.
Thanks, Ethan.
Did you know that rubber ducks started as like a dog's chew toy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to look this up?
We did. Look it
I
up.
see you found your glasses.
I did. Now I'm ready.
Okay.
Bring it on. I don't actually feel good about this at all.
Character number 1. What house would Black Widow be in?
Black. This is right out of the gate. Very tricky. Man. Okay. All right. Let me think here.
Okay. Because I feel like there's certainly a considerable amount of like change in terms of who she is.
This is the thing. Like, so many of the characters have had like really big arcs.
Yes.
So you want to be like, well, at the beginning she was kind of more like this, but then towards the end maybe it was more like that. But where in the journey are people placing their vote from?
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Or where are you going to source your vote from?
Well, I have an argument for this one that I feel like I'd stand by pretty fiercely.
Oh, fiercely.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I feel good about this one.
Okay.
I feel good about how I feel about this one.
You feel good about how you feel.
Yes.
Let me think. How does I feel about it? Yeah, where am I going to drop? Yield duck. Okay. Ethan, do you want to give us like a countdown?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Where'd you go?
Hufflepuff.
I went Ravenclaw.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting. Okay,
Man.
so I feel like the big thing about Nat is that like it's all the sense of like family. It's that sense of belonging.
Yeah.
And she does ultimately like, you know, make a huge sacrifice because Clint's got like, you know, family back home and such. So I feel like when it really comes down to it, and like especially what you're seeing at the beginning of Endgame, like where she's talking to Steve and they're like having like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
It feels like that's just nothing but
straight puff.
Just straight
puff.
Peanut butter and jelly and honey badger sandwiches.
And honey badger sandwiches. Yeah, we'll go with that. No, Hufflepuff is a very good vote as well. I feel like she's doing all the spy stuff and she has to like remember so much and be like, she's like an intelligence officer. You know?
It's true. You know? It's true. If you want to put it like intelligence officer.
So that's what I went with. I went with that.
I guess she's not a friendship officer.
Exactly.
As long as we're there.
How many Hufflepuffs do you know that are like super spies and like doing martial arts kung fu karate?
How many super spies do you know at all?
Well, none in the wizarding world. Maybe that's how good they are.
Ethan, how did we do?
The Quizmaster correct answer was, with 44% of the vote, Slytherin.
What? Whoa! We were very wrong. Slytherin. I am impressed.
8% of Quizmaster said Hufflepuff.
Oh.
And 11% of Quizmaster said Ravenclaw.
Wow. So mostly it was between
Slytherin and Gryffindor. With 44 and 31%
we were
respectively.
way off.
I think I swayed people.
Well, I think I swayed people. So maybe in the post-game voting, we'll post the results from pre-video to after video to see how the results have changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a deal.
No, we're off to a bad start.
We're not even close.
Or they're off to a bad start, really.
That's a good point. Because, I mean, when it comes to opinions, some are wrong and some are right.
Yep.
Character number 2. What house would Black Panther be in?
Black Panther.
I got it. I got this one. This one feels a lot more straightforward to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Ethan, you want to give us the count? I can make a stab.
3, 2, 1.
Gryffindor. He's a Gryffindor. He's just big old cat. Big cat.
big cat. Big cat
Gryffindor. Black. This is it's all about the courage. You know, it's all about the courage to be the king and be the leader and come back and to fight the guy from the ape tribe and.
No, I think there's a huge amount of like nobility with the character.
With 59% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Gryffindor.
Knew it. All right.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
15% voted for Hufflepuff. 15% voted for Ravenclaw. 25% voted for Hufflepuff, and 0% voted for Slytherin.
Zero
Whoa.
Slytherin. Man, I'm not surprised because he's not like. I don't feel like if he wasn't born to be king, I don't feel like he'd be like, I need to be king.
He shouldered it as like a responsibility.
Yes.
It's a lot like the Harry situation where it's like the
his leadership thrust upon him.
Yeah, and to their own surprise, they wear it well.
To no one else's surprise at all.
Character number 3. What house would Vision be in?
Would Vision be in? This one feels pretty straightforward to me too. I don't know.
I feel like I know what people are gonna say.
You're gonna disagree.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree.
Well, we're gonna find
with the wrong opinion.
Maybe.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, go.
I want Ravenclaw.
Yeah, well, so you're saying just because he's incredibly intelligent and basically knows everything, that makes him a Ravenclaw?
I mean, everything is down to like logic, and he literally has the Mind Stone in his head. So yeah. With Ravenclaw.
Okay.
What, because he's red? No. Because the Mind Stone's yellow? What, is that what you did? Sorry, I thought you went Gryffindor.
No, okay. So I feel like with Vision, he is pure. What was the word you used? Like
logic?
Logic.
Yeah.
He's pure logic, but also he's got this like tremendous soft spot for Wanda.
I think that's true, but I think he is more logic, especially the moment he's born. You know, like had they put the Sorting Hat on him the second he woke up, they'd be like Ravenclaw.
Okay, but again though,
And
so this is like the value thing too, though, because this is like Neville. It doesn't seem like he fits into a Gryffindor until he does, because as someone who is scared of the world, he values bravery. But I feel like as Vision doesn't value intelligence, he has intelligence. You know what I mean?
I think he values it.
Well, I think he respects it.
I mean, he is it.
But I think what he craves is that like human connection.
Well, Let's see what people say.
I know people are going to agree with you. Like, I know that I didn't choose the right answer, but I stand by it.
I stand by Ravenclaw.
With 78%, the Quizmaster correct answer is Ravenclaw.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What? How did Big Puff come in?
14% for Hufflepuff,
Okay.
8% for Gryffindor, and 2% for Slytherin.
Who said Slytherin for Vision?
Yeah, I mean, that's very surprising, especially when people very much got Black Panther and gave him none. Here's my other argument, though, is that I also think he's the opposite of Ultron, and I think Ultron is pure Slytherin.
I don't know. I might put Ultron in Ravenclaw too. He definitely leans more Slytherin as well. I'll give you that.
They're both like Ravenclaw by their skill. Right? But I think they're exactly the same and do the exact opposite things.
Right.
And I feel like that is where you have a Ravenclaw deviate Slytherin with Ultron and a Ravenclaw deviate Hufflepuff with Vision. I will gladly not accept the point, but maybe I swayed someone. That's my goal. That's really what I'm trying to do, is not pick the obvious.
Yeah.
And like, you know, create change.
Right.
Character number 4.
I saw it! That was cool.
Character number 4. What house would Hulk be in?
Oh boy. Oh, see now, because this is like, are we talking Hulk? We talking Bruce? Are they the same person? Are they different?
I think they're decidedly not the same.
I agree.
Give us the count, Eve.
3, 2, 1.
Where'd you go?
I went green.
Oh, because he's green? I went Gryffindor.
You went...
I went Gryffindor.
Dude, what?
Fears nothing. He's like, giant monster. Fights it. He's like super arrogant. He's like the champion. He's just like living. I feel like we really get to spend the most amount of time with Hulk in Ragnarok.
100%.
And the whole time he's just like super arrogant. He's like, I'm the best. I'm the biggest. I'm the strongest Avenger. And I think that feels very Gryffindor to me.
Hulk, always Hulk.
Yeah, again, I feel like you've got like Bruce. I feel like it's a Ravenclaw, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one feels like
obvious.
it definitely fits exactly where it needs to be. I feel like the whole thing with maybe you're right.
Mm-hmm.
With 30% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Hufflepuff.
What? For Hulk?
For Hulk.
No! I disagree,
Hulk
Quizmasters.
What? Wait, okay, but 30% of the vote. So this had to be like
30% for Hufflepuff, 28% for Ravenclaw.
What?
25% for Gryffindor, 15% for Slytherin.
I think people were voting based on Bruce.
I think they were voting based on Bruce
And
as well.
if it's Bruce, then it's definitely between these two.
Sure.
Which I think is what happened.
Character number 5. What house would Starlord be in?
I can see an argument for two things here.
Oh no.
I can see an argument for two
I
things.
know what you're leaning towards.
You think I'm leaning towards something?
I think you're leaning
I
towards.
think I'm leaning-
Well, I think I know what you're leaning
Yeah,
towards.
okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's just go for it. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Same.
Gryffindor?
Gryffindor.
Absolutely.
He's
He's
gotta be a
so
Gryffindor.
arrogant. I can see the Hufflepuff angle is the other one, I think.
Hufflepuff
Because he
definitely would be my
clearly cares a lot about his mom and family and the rest of the team. And like
Yeah.
the whole second Guardians movie is about like his quest for like the dad and that sense of belonging and stuff.
I still feel like when it comes down to the core of who he is, he's sort of
so
like
arrogant.
He's very arrogant, like to it's like such a fault
Yeah.
too.
Starlord. Who?
With 36% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer was Gryffindor.
Yes!
Ooh.
Thank you, Quizmasters.
You guys know exactly what you're talking
you
about.
all
on
understand
this one.
Starlord.
Yes.
31% said Hufflepuff,
Okay.
30% said Slytherin,
Wow.
and 2% said Ravenclaw.
That's about right.
Yeah. That adds up.
Yep.
2%.
2%. All right.
Or Starlord.
Who?
What you got going there?
Well, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of company here.
Oh.
Just you know. 'cause-
Oh no, I know
put,
it is.
you know,
Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, howdy, hey friends. Welcome to the Scenic Route. We spend some time away from the table and more importantly, hi Jace Honey. Don't worry, I didn't actually throw it in the pipe. But I do need to tell you about today's other sponsor, ExpressVPN. Because the thing is, going online without a VPN is kind of like having a bear-shaped bottle full of honey and a brother like me. Except in this example, the honey is actually your data, and I am actually an internet hacker. I know it's kind of a weird analogy, but I feel like you guys get me. But in case you don't, I'll explain further. When you go online without a VPN, all of your data is just available, and that data can be collected and sold to advertisers so they can better target you. But ExpressVPN creates a secure tunnel between your device and the internet, so this does not happen. And it will work with any of your devices, whether it's phones, tablets, laptops, or even your internet router. And while a VPN might sound kind of complicated or technical, it really isn't. You just open the app, press one button, and you're protected. So to get yourself protected, head on over to expressvpn.com/J-versus-B to get an extra 3 months free. Again, that is going to be expressvpn.com/J-versus-B. Link is in the description down below.
Well, while he's gone, I may as well tell you about one of my all-time favorite sponsors, DoorDash. And look, I know what you guys are thinking. Jay, you always do the same thing. How much cake can you possibly eat? Well, I didn't get cake this time because I got everything else. And that's because DoorDash does it all. You can get groceries, dinner, household essentials, whatever you need delivered right to your doorstep. Which, yes, in my case, was a ton of mini muffins. Oh, that's like birthday cake. Gotta be careful you don't drop it on the floor though, then you gotta fluff it. But it really works out great because like imagine this scenario. You get home from the grocery store and you realize, dag flabbit, I forgot. I got like a muffin rush going. Might have had a bag before the ad too. But it seriously works out great. I mean, imagine this scenario. You get home from the grocery store and you realize, dag flabbit, I forgot my secret ingredient. Well, you've got two options. One, you can order something else for dinner entirely, or two, you can have DoorDash deliver the secret ingredient right to your house. Although they could also deliver the other order if you had to get takeout as well. Okay, you know, DoorDash is the answer to everything. And with contact-free delivery, all of your items can be left safely right outside your door. And for a limited time, our viewers can get 25% off their first order of $15 or more and free delivery when they download the DoorDash app and enter code JVerseB2021. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and no delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app today and use code JVerseB2021. One more time, this time without a muffin in my mouth. That is 25% off your first order when you download the DoorDash app today and enter code JVerseB2021. Link is in the description down below.
And I'm back.
You hid the honey again, didn't you?
Well, of course I did.
Yeah.
Did you keep him company?
Oh, we had lots of good talks.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Let's keep going.
Character number 6. What house would Doctor Strange be in?
Oh, now this is... Ooh,
this is
wow.
a huge.
This is
when
a
do you
big
count
one.
it?
When do you count? Yeah, I'm like, ooh, geez, okay. I've made my decision.
You made it?
I think so. I think people are going to disagree, but I bet it's close.
I'm wondering if you're leaning towards what my notes say, and I think I'm almost disagreeing with my notes.
Oh well,
you're
having like an internal battle.
I'm having a huge. I have an internal battle literally between 3.
Oh, I'm between 2.
3, 2, 1.
I went Slytherin.
I went R.
You went Ravenclaw?
I did. Okay.
Were you between Slytherin?
So my notes, what they say is it's easy to think that you'd be split between Ravenclaw and Slytherin.
That's what. Yeah, those are the 2 I was on.
Gryffindor.
You think Gryffindor is the other one?
Like I feel like that is who he has like become. Like I think Doctor Strange. If you talk about him as a surgeon, he's 100% a Slytherin.
Yeah,
I can't see it
yeah.
any other way. Like he is ambitious. He wants to be going. And that's just it all the time and always.
Yeah.
But there could be a small amount of like the jock arrogance going on.
I don't feel like, you know, if you want to say like bravery or like being like courageous is like confronting, is like being afraid and doing it anyway, then like I don't feel like there's much of that with him. I don't often feel like he's ever afraid. He's just like, of course I can handle it.
Sure. Well, okay. And so I think that's maybe like where I ultimately made my decision, because like when he goes in and he sees like the 1,465,000
the 14 million futures or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. 14 million. You're right.
Yeah.
At first I was like, okay, like this is him doing like the bravery thing. This is him like sort of taking charge, being a leader, even like not telling Tony, like resisting that temptation, like knowing like everything else that has to happen and how hard it's going to be. But I feel like what he's doing there is he's diving in and using data to make an answer or to make a decision.
Yeah.
So it's like what he ultimately does is like he looked at so many different scenarios. He found one that would work, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
So I think it's data-driven decision making.
I see. To me, it still feels like very like ambitious. Like even like his plan to go with Dormammu is just like he only has like a few seconds to think of the plan. He's just like, well, this will work. Like this is a huge deal. I guess it'll work. Boom, I'm going for it. He has so much faith in his plans.
That still feels Gryffindor to me.
I don't think it's a matter of like, I hope this works though. I think he's just like, this is so ambitious that like, this is a tiny plan and it has to do such a big thing, and I'm confident it's gonna work. I don't know. We'll see what the people thought.
What do we got?
With 78% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Ravenclaw.
I knew they were gonna say Raven. That's what I thought. I thought people were gonna say Ravenclaw.
19% said Slytherin, 4% said Gryffindor, and 1% said Hufflepuff.
Wow. Someone misclicked.
Yeah, someone misclicked that puff. Yeah, man. I think that's a little heavy on the Ravenclaw side of things, y'all. But, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I know where you're coming from.
Character number 7. What house would Sam Wilson, open parentheses, Captain America, close parentheses, be in?
Sam? Ooh, this immediately goes between 2 for me. And it's definitely not 2 for me.
I would feel like I'm on a fence, but I feel like the fence is taller on one side.
Okay. I have an argument against the one. I don't think it is, but I can see the audience going one way or the other.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Give us the count, Eve.
3, 2, 1.
You went for okay, so you leaned the puff and I leaned the lion.
The lion.
I went for Gryffindor and you went for Hufflepuff.
That was my fence too, for what it's worth.
Okay.
Because I feel like when it comes down to it, Steve is the Gryffindor version of Cap.
Let me tell you why it's not Hufflepuff.
Okay.
All right.
Lay it on me.
He gives away the shield, which to me feels incredibly not loyal to Steve.
No, I feel like it's part of like, I think that's part of what makes him a Hufflepuff, was almost like the...
Like he's just like an unhealthy version of a Hufflepuff there.
Because I feel like you'd have like the sort of like proud, brave, arrogant Gryffindor version of it. That would be like of course I'm ready. Like Steve gave it to me. Like let me like go up in arms. And I feel like a lot of what he had to do was prove it to himself.
I think for the longest time, all you could mostly say about Sam was like, he just does whatever Steve says, which would be very Hufflepuff, and I understand why people are going to say that, and I'm not going to get this one right.
With 50% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Gryffindor.
Yes!
Oh, I thought I had it!
Oh, man!
That's not going to look good for me.
There you go.
40% said Hufflepuff.
We
5% said Ravenclaw, and 3% said
Where do you land on that fence, Ethan?
Slytherin. I would say Gryffindor, 100%.
Okay.
If you give the shield back, knowing that it will come to you when you need it. Just like the sword. Question 8. What house would Bucky Barnes be in?
See, now this is like, did people answer Winter Soldier, or did they answer Bucky Barnes? And were they thinking like Bucky Barnes First Avenger, or like Bucky Barnes Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I don't think for a second you can count it as Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that Winter Soldier is...
Not Bucky.
Like, that is literally a hijacked brain.
Right, yeah.
So that's not decision making.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you want Gryffindor too?
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm mostly just trying to think about pre-Bucky leaving for the war and like his relationship with Steve.
That is a lot of what I went to as well, because I feel like what it ultimately comes down to with Bucky is I think he definitely starts as a Gryffindor.
With 39% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff!
Wow.
I am blown away. How close was the Gryffindor vote?
Gryffindor was 29.5, and Slytherin at 27.27.
I still stand by Bucky's Gryffindor. I don't know.
I think if you watch the show, you come out Hufflepuff.
Perhaps we're just wrong, but I don't know.
I mean, I guess the thing to be said, for Bucky is it doesn't really seem like he is... It feels like it's very, like, internal.
Yeah.
Like, all of his motivations. They're all, like... It's all character versus self.
Yeah.
I guess.
Character number 9. What house would Sylvie be in?
I got you.
Right away?
Right away.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go on my gut then. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Give us the count.
3, 2, 1.
Where'd you go?
H.
Oh, I went Slytherin.
See, that's my split. I have H and S.
You have H and S?
I have H and S.
Here's the thing. She's still just Loki. They're all just Lokis, and all the Lokis are Slytherins.
Reasonable. She does also, in the end, choose to go for the kill.
Yeah, she doesn't choose to be with Loki. She chooses the kill.
Loyal to her mission?
Loyalty, which was very ambitious. But so you would put Loki in Hufflepuff?
Well, I mean, prior to
Loki
the
Prime?
show,
Like,
What? Loki Prime.
I would put Loki Prime in Hufflepuff.
Would you?
After the show?
I think after the show.
85% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Slytherin.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Ben, you had to know, man.
The Lokis are the Slytherins.
I want to see the best in people. I would be had by Loki every single time.
Yeah, you'd be Thor.
Every single time I would
You'd
just be
always
like,
trust him.
I would be like,
Brother.
you seem better. You see, like I'm gonna trust you this time.
I believe in you, brother.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Ravenclaw was second place with 10.1%. Hufflepuff had 5.6, and Gryffindor had 0.
0. Wow.
Flat 0.
That sounds about right. It's interesting to see what comes up dead 0.
It is. It is.
Almost
it
as
is.
much.
Yeah.
Question number 10. What house would Mobius be in?
Oh,
Jet
goodness.
ski. Which house?
What house
which
values
house
jet
jet
skis?
ski?
What house has all the jet skis, right?
There is a beautiful union of form and function, which we call the jet ski.
There is one that is strong, and the other 3 are dead even.
Interesting.
Wow.
Fun fact. 3,
Oh, no.
2, 1.
I changed it to Hufflepuff.
I went Hufflepuff as
Oh,
well.
no! I was so between Griffin or Slytherin and Ravenclaw, and I changed it the last second. I was like, he values the friendship. He's so hurt by Loki's betrayal.
Yeah, well,
And he
that's
believes in him so much.
the other thing. He's immensely loyal to like his plan.
To his plan, and
like,
to the timekeepers.
right,
you know?
right. Yes.
Until he's not.
But again, I feel like this is a Doctor Strange argument where he's using I've watched every single version of yourself. You've stabbed people like 65 times. It's like, it's data driven.
Oh, yeah, it's
Which
like
would
he's
give it the-
very smart.
Yeah, which would give you the Ravenclaw angle.
Okay.
But
What's the answer?
With 60% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Hufflepuff.
Yes! Oh, we got there in the end.
oh,
I'm
thank
so
goodness.
glad. I'm so
surprised
glad.
that was obvious for you guys.
I
'cause
know.
the other thing is the jet ski made me want to go Gryffindor.
Me too. I was
It's
like, where are the jet skis?
Well,
Like, you know the Gryffindor.
Gryffindor had
like,
the least.
What?
Gryffindor had the least.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Man.
11% for Gryffindor, 14 for Ravenclaw, and 16 for Slytherin.
Okay, but also, you know, like when you go down to the Hogwarts boathouses when they're like hanging out at the lake, the Gryffindors are like, guys, we got another jet ski, and they're like, we already had 23. Did we need
They don't even work here.
like, what do you are you saying we should have bought something else?
I mean, it's a jet ski.
Question number 11. What house would Gamora be in?
Oh, this is another one. It could go.
I
you
think-
could go all over the place on this one if you wanted to.
You really could.
Yeah,
you, really
you
could.
can argue for all 4 on her.
You ready?
Yeah.
Give us a count.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I went Slytherin.
I went
You
Ravenclaw. I feel like the thing about why she's not Slytherin is that like she doesn't ultimately follow Thanos' plan. Like it feels like if you're talking about like the follow power, like all the Slytherins follow Voldemort type of thing, which is just not the best writing, but like whatever. I feel like she doesn't do that.
I agree. She doesn't go with that, but she does. I feel like it's another one of those like her plan is to kill Thanos, which to me feels super ambitious for someone with a sword. Really going up against like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Sure. I mean, I guess what I feel like is that she's using like intelligence and skill and ability at all times to do these things. Like, and I don't think that she she does ultimately like establish the relationship with Quill, but even then it's almost like Quill is super like, yay, relationship. And she's still that kind of like, oh my God, like she'll still eye roll him, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So she's definitely not like ooey gooey.
I mean, I can see it in any of the 4, honestly. Because, like, you could say, oh, she was taken from her family as a child, but then she obviously still loves, like, Nebula on some level.
Right.
And, you know, like,
With 42% of the vote, the Quizmaster correct answer is Slytherin.
yes! Slytherin!
So I lost.
That is a J win.
That is a
That's
J
a J
win
win.
right there. Woo! Excellent.
Gryffindor got 29%, Ravenclaw got 17%, and Hufflepuff got 11.
11. Man, Not a lot of people on Hufflepuff Gamora.
11 for Hoofily Poof.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I cannot, it'd be pretty hard to see like Gamora sitting to go to the Sword Academy and being like, Hufflepuff! And be like, okay. Last question.
Okay.
Number 12. What house would Scott Lang, also known as AntMan, be in?
Oh, I think I
think
this
I got
feels
it. This one
obvious.
feels obvious, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff.
Gotta be
Hufflepuff.
Everything is about Cassie.
Everything's about his daughter.
Yeah. There's I just read us the results. We'll continue to deliberate.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
There's no way.
71% for Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're all in
okay.
agreement there. Thank you, Internet. What come in second? I'm surprised it wasn't even higher.
Gryffindor got
okay.
I can see
19.
Gryffindor.
Okay.
I can see Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw got 2, and Slytherin got 7.9. So 8.
Okay.
I've done some funky rounding during all this, so
That's okay. That's okay.
if they don't add up to 100, I'm
There's been
sorry.
some rounding. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, that one just felt like slam dunk.
Slam
What a
dunk.
nice one to end on.
Yeah,
too.
right?
You know?
Yeah. You know Scott can do a slam dunk too, because he can just be like, "Vroom."
More like slam duck.
Oh, that's right, a
Hey.
slam duck.
That's a 5 to 8 J win.
Victory. I'll take it. I'm back on top. We did it, J-Fan.
You know what? I stand by him.
Okay.
I stand by him. I think there was one that I felt like, yeah, I just messed up. And I feel like I stand by Vision is the other one, because
Yeah.
that was like I get it, like I know that everybody's gonna say Ravenclaw, that's who he is, but also I just don't think you can remove the Wanda angle. I think it's important.
It's there.
I think it counts.
It's there.
And I think this is just like, if you critical think it enough, there's at least a little more percentage.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Let us know if you'd like to see us do more sorting quizzes like this, and be sure to take the quiz yourself. I would love to see if we swayed you in any department. We will post the results over on the community tab after everyone has voted, and we tally it up and see if anything changed or if you guys just double down on everything.
And now we want to give a huge thank you to these patrons who support us over on Patreon.
Yes, thank you to all of our amazing quiz masters today who voted on the correct answers for today's quiz.
Yeah, when it really comes down to it, the Quizmaster tier is one of the best ways if you really like to interact inside of the community. You get to have lots of involvement and kind of helping determine a little behind the scenes what's
Yes.
going to happen in future videos. So if that feels like something you might be interested in, you can head on over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers.
Thanks again to all of our quiz masters.
And guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to see us sort Pixar characters, you can do so by checking out that video over there. But otherwise, until next time, bye!